Has anyone here been faced with the challenge of driving a vehicle with a manual transmission? If you have, I'm sure you soon realize it's not as hard as it looks. The first time I drove a manual transmission, I was scared to death, but I had a good reason. Because I was 14 years old and behind the wheel of a '68 Mustang. After the butterflies went away, it didn't take me long to learn, and I've been driving one ever since. All it takes is to learn how as a good teacher a vehicle that has a manual transmission and a little practice. The manual transmission has several different names, like stick shift and 5-speed. The reason they call them a 5-speed is because most manual transmissions have 5 different gears. The gear shifter is located between the 2 front seats of the vehicle. The gear shifter moves freely from left to right and up and down and allows you to get into the right gear while driving. If anyone here has ever drove a 5-speed, you probably agree with me that the clutch is the most important thing of a manual transmission. The clutch is used to start the vehicle and allows you to change the gear much smoother. The clutch is located to the far left of the floorboard, which is located beside the brake, which is located beside the gas to the far right. Your right foot operates the gas and the brake, while your left foot manually operates the clutch. The way the clutch is used is by pushing it down to the floor and make sure the shifter is in neutral and can move freely. Neutral is located in the middle of the gearbox. After the vehicle has started, push the clutch in while you push the shifter in first gear. First gear is located to the top left of the gearbox. This gear allows the vehicle to start moving. The next step is to let out of the clutch, and for most people this is the hardest part. Start by letting out the clutch slowly while giving it a little throttle. Once the vehicle has started to move, you can let the clutch out the way while accelerating. Once you've got the feeling of the clutch and the throttle in the vehicle, you're ready to change gears. If your vehicle has an RPM gauge, you're in luck because it makes things a lot easier. If not, it's no big deal because it's not much harder. Once the vehicle is moving, you run the RPMs up to about 3,000 or 3,500 RPMs. You can change the second gear. Second gear is located in the bottom left side of the gearbox. After the shifter is in second gear, you can let off the clutch slowly while giving it gas. You will use this step through each gear while remaining under a RPM of 3,500 and on the speed limit. Last but not least, stopping, such as at a red light or a stop sign. Slow the vehicle down to almost a stop while pushing in the clutch and shifting into neutral. And go through the same start process again to get started. I hope these steps will help you learn how to drive a manual transmission. Driving a manual transmission is not very hard, but it can also be very fun. Just be sure to follow these steps and you'll be fine. Practice makes perfect, and if you follow these steps, you will master a manual transmission.